Hey guys, welcome to the neighborhood. This is Linda with Powerfully You. And today I just wanted to talk about, as I am retired and what I talk about is my retired life, sometimes finding what to do with my time. And I want to give ways to help all of us deal with time because now you have more time, especially if you're retired. Time to do things that maybe you've put off for a long time to enjoy some hobbies, time to rest, and rest is okay. Time to work on yourself with maybe eating healthier, exercising, and that is okay. Um, and to we were on the clock for so many years and our time was really regimented. So I also want to, encourage people to use their free time wisely. And if you have worked on a regimented time frame for a number of years, sometimes you don't want to regiment your time. You just want to do what you want to do when you win it, whenever you want to do it. And trust me, that is okay too. I am so for that because I have days when um, I plan to do nothing basically, other than I may watch some TV, I might catch up on my rest. I may cook a good meal, but there is no formal plan. I'm just going to let the day unfold. And some of those are my best days. And that certainly is a good thing that I will not uh, discourage from anyone. But there are days when I need to be productive also. And so in my retirement, speaking for myself and not really for other people always, I have to have some kind of structure in my day to get things done. And maybe you have to do that because after so many days, and sometimes I'm not going to lie, I'll have a couple of days where I'm just not productive. I may do a couple of things, but really the day is mine and I enjoy that. And I am learning not to beat myself up for that because sometimes after we have been encouraged to live productive lives and do all of these things, uh, sometimes it's difficult to give yourself the permission to not have things that you schedule and all of that, but you just I call it letting my day unfold. And that is fine too. I want people to be okay. I know I've gotten to a place where I'm okay with that. And that doesn't mean I'm lazy. It might mean I need to get a little bit more rest, and that's what my body is telling me. And so I'm going to honor that. It just means that that's a day I need to de-stress because I don't have to live the stressful, go-get-it life that I've lived one time. I don't have to do that anymore. And that's a blessing. I call that a blessing, and I feel like many people will probably feel the same way. But on those days where I do have to get things done and be a little bit productive, I use my planners, and they are such a blessing to me um, because it just helps me keep up with doctor's appointments, things that I know I need to do. And though I also use my phone, the calendar in my phone, sometimes I need that double-edged system. Also in my planner, and this is just a regular planner that I think I got off of Amazon or something. It's divided into the months. They have the fancy planners, and those are beautiful. But I just needed to do what it's going to do. This one is broken up into the month. I'll go to April. And you see, I put little stickers and all of that on certain days. But this one is broken up into the months and then the days of the week. So I do put in, like if I have an appointment, that goes there. I also put little sayings and everything, like these little sayings here, into my planner just for inspiration and stuff. And sometimes I kind of work on my planner. I kind of enjoy that. Like I have a picture here, kind of like I'm mapping out my life a little bit. Now, this isn't for everybody, but if it's for you, take those clues. on the days of the week, if I have something going on, this one is blank right now, but say it was the 11th and I had some doctor's appointments, or it was just something personally I wanted to get done. Maybe I wanted to exercise this day for an hour, or take a walk around the park, or whatever. That would be on that day. Even personal things like me meeting my daughters or a friend for lunch would be in here, because I do have a little thrift spot or an antique spot in an antique mall. I like to write down the days that I need to go and either purchase supplies, purchase antiques. And I do go antique shopping maybe once a month because I'm really trying to work. But these things sell, so, it's that given to. So if I want to go to an estate sale or to an antique store or whatever, I write those days down there tentatively that I may want to go. Also, I write conversations. Recently, I had to make a visit to the Social Security office. I switched from my benefits to my husband's survivor benefits, and I will take my planner with me, because if there's important things that they're saying to me, I record them the date that I had that conversation. Like for Social Security, a lot of times it's good to have a documented date that you've discussed things with them. So I write the date in here. I'll jot some information about anything that they talked about that I want to keep ahead of, any tasks that I may need to complete. Or whatever, when I'm talking to, like I recently talked to my tax accountant because of the taxes that were due April 15th, anything. So on my end, after our conversation and everything, I write those things in. It just helps me to be a little bit more organized, to keep some type of documentation about conversations that I had. Also appointments, somebody coming to check on my heater or the plumber, some things that we talked about, the date or whatever, all goes in here. It helps it to be in one place for me, and it does help me to plan my life a little bit better. So how about you? Leave some comments. What do you do on those days when you really do need to be a little bit more organized? Even things I want to get done, like big projects in the house for me. Like pretty soon, I think in June, I'll be having some guys pick up some junk in my garage. So I'll put that date down and the date that they're coming, and anything important that I need to remember for that. All of that, of course, goes in my planner. Like sometimes I just like to with the stickers and stuff. It just helps your creativity or whatever. I also have, and here's one of them. I use these because I like to write or journal, and that is very, very creative for me and helps me to get things that maybe are on my mind. Now, in my journal, I do it a couple of different ways. When I have quiet time with God, I write down my thoughts and my impressions from that. There's a verse that comes to my mind, I'll write that down. If I'm reading a really good book and something that they said in that book, I'll quote it, or maybe it's something in there that I really would like to have inside of my book, and then I might talk about that a little bit. Any other thoughts or things I need to get off my chest, I write them in here. And this is another place that, I'm good for my stickers and stuff like that. So I'll put my stickers and stuff in this book also. So I really enjoy journaling and planning, and it has helped me to be a little bit more organized with my days, especially when I have more time on my hand. And though I do want to celebrate this extra time in my hand, I also want to use some of that wisely. Of course, in my planner, if I'm going on some trips, I put that in there. I may even, if there were some maybe some photos or something I would want to save. I would put some photos in there, or maybe some souvenirs from the trip. Maybe we went to a museum or something and they gave us some handouts or something, or we picked up I might put that in there, because sometimes I've been doing this for a while. When I go back over the year, it's nice to see, oh, I did take this trip around this time and whatever. So it also organizes your life, allows you to have a history of your life that's all in one place. And with my journal, it allows me to brain dump, basically, and to write things down and keep a record of it. And it's all there in a place where I can easily find it. Well, that's enough for me for today. If you journal or plan, please put some ideas that you do to make that work for you, or what do you do to have your time work for you? Basically, that's what I believe this is, allowing my time to work for me. So put them down in the comments. You be blessed, you be powerful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.